Hey there. If I were to tell you that if you were to run down to the local convenience store right now and buy a lottery ticket, you had a 1 in 15 chance of winning $10 million, would you go? I'll bet you'd run down and you'd probably buy 15 tickets. Conversely, if I told you that if you were to get in your car right now and drive down to the grocery store to get some groceries, you had a 1 in 15 chance of being in a fatal auto accident, well, you might just decide to go hungry for a little while. Well, I'm here today to tell you that you currently are at risk, and it's a 1 in 15 chance, and you might not even know anything about it. What am I talking about? Well, I want to tell you a little bit about radon. Radon, it's a chemical element. It's actually in the family of noble gases. So it's a gaseous element. You cannot see it with your eyes. You can't smell it with your nose. You can't taste it. It's pretty much invisible. You can't detect it. Where does it come from? Well, it's actually a byproduct of radioactive decay of uranium. So uranium, over its life cycle, decays from uranium all the way down until it becomes stable as lead. But along the way, it actually turns into radon gas. And that's what I'm here to tell you about today. Is radon dangerous? Yes, it is. And part of that reason is because it is, as a byproduct of uranium, it's radioactive. Now, why is it dangerous or potentially dangerous to you? Because it can get into your house. How can it get into your house? Well, it actually comes up through the soil and it gets into your house, and when it gets into your house, it can accumulate. And it's when it accumulates that it can become dangerous to your health. In fact, it's so dangerous that the EPA estimates that more deaths are caused from radon each year than are caused by drunk driving. Think about that for just a minute. That's a sobering statement. So, what should you do? Well, if you are concerned about the potential that maybe you have a problem like radon gas in your house, there are instruments that can detect radon. So you can do a couple things. You can look for and find some of these instruments that can measure the amount of radon gas in your house. The one on the left here, you can actually go down to Home Depot and get that. You can look for scientific equipment catalogs, and you can order other types of radon detectors. Now, they could be, anywhere from fairly spendy to, reasonable. But there are other resources that you can do. For example, in my own house, I was lucky enough that our local high school had one of these pieces of equipment that I could borrow and test the radon in my home. Now, in addition to those instruments, those are kind of a short, rough measurement to give you a basic idea of whether you've got a radon problem in your house. And if you do, you might want to go with a more accurate measuring tool, and they have those that you can actually keep in your home for several months, and it will measure the exposure over that amount of time, and it's more accurate and give you a better idea of kind of what you're really wrestling with. So, what can you do? Where can you go to get more information about radon or get some resources, some information, some help? I would suggest a couple of places. The first place to start is by looking on your state government website and searching for radon. And chances are you're going to find a page, a section of their website that's dedicated to radon and giving you information about radon. If you can't find it on your state government site, you certainly can go to the EPA at the federal level, and they have a section of their website that is dedicated to radon, and you can get all kinds of information. Nice thing about the state sites is that potentially they will have a list of different contractors that you can contact to get some help if you decide that you need to do that. So in summary, the biggest problem that radon causes is it can cause lung cancer. And it is a potentially serious problem. The EPA estimates that 1 in 15 homes in the United States has a level of radon that's too high. I would encourage you to look up information, to find testing resources, and to find out if you're one of those 1 in 15. Thank you.